My topic assigned to me is about phase 3, the design phase of the Sdlc. What is the design phase in Sdlc? The design phase is an essential phase of the software development life cycle. The list of requirements that you develop in the definition phase is used to make design choices. In the design phase, one or more designs are created to achieve the project result. Depending on the project subject, the design phase products include dioramas, flowcharts, sketches, site trees, HTML screen designs, photo impressions, prototypes, and UML schemes. The goals and objectives of design phase in Sdlc. The objectives of the Sdlc design phase are as follows. The successful completion of the Sdlc design phase comprises number 1, transformation of all the requirements into detailed specifications covering all the aspects of the system. Second, planning and assessment for security risk. Third, approval for progressing to developmental phase. The goals of design phase in Sdlc is the primary purpose is to transform all the requirements into complete detailed system design specifications. Once your design is approved, the development team begins its developmental work. Deliverables and approvals in Sdlc design phase. Sdlc deliverables help the state agencies successfully plan, execute, and control IT projects by providing a framework to ensure all the project aspects are consistently and adequately defined, planned, and communicated. The Stlc templates provide a clear structure for the required content along with boilerplate language agencies. State agencies can use formats other than the templates till the deliverables have all the content necessary. The development and distribution of the Sdlc deliverables. So number 1, ensure common understanding among development teams, members, and stakeholders. Second, serve as a reminder of a specified plans as projects become increasingly complex. Provide agency senior management and other state officials insight into project risk and ongoing performance. Encourage the execution of repeatable and consistent processes. Facilitate the implementation of project management and agency IT-based practices, and last, result in a comprehensive record of project performance useful for many purposes. Example, staff, knowledge transfer, budgetary and other assessment activities, lesson learned. During the development of documentation, the development team should, number 1, write comprehensive, easy-to-understand documents with no redundant information. Second, develop an organized document repository for critical project information so development team members can easily access, store, and preference project documents and other deliverables from all life cycle phases. And last, implement routine deliverable reviews to correct inaccuracy, incompleteness, and ambiguities. Recognize that sample templates for deliverables are available. Agencies might accept deliverables in different formats as long as all required information is present. The content of these deliverables might expand or shrink depending on the size, scope, and complexity of the project. Recycle or reference information from earlier documents where possible and beneficial. Here are the following listing of deliverables required of all projects for this phase of work. So we have number 1 for the deliverable system design document. It specifies the construction details of the system, each system component's interaction with other components and other external systems, and the interface that allow end users to operate the system and its function. Goals: document the results of the system design process, describe how the system would satisfy requirements. It would be developed by the development team and it should be approved by the project sponsor, agency CIO, and the project manager. Second, we have the System Security Consensus Document, or the SSCD. It is a single document containing all information relevant to completing the system's C&A. Its objective is to define the system security architecture, security policies, risk assessments, and security tests. It also consolidates all information for the C&A. This would be by the project manager and agency CIO. Security plan documents that scope, approach, and resources required to assure system security. Its objective is to describe planned activities to control, access, and protect the system and its information. In charge is the development team and project manager, agency CIO. Fourth is the data retention plan. Describes the project policies for data and records management. Objectives: 1 is to record retention and disposition responsibilities. Second, document retention and disposition requirements. Third, record management process. And last is to document retention and disposition schedule. In charge is the development team to be approved by the project manager and agency CIO. Next, for the deliverable is we have the Disaster Recovery Plan IT. It focus plan design to restore operability of targeted systems, applications, or a computer facility due to a natural or man-made extended interruption of an agency's business services. Goals: 1 is to identify plans to restore operability in the event of extended interruption of services. Second, to define and document concept of operations. Third, document notification procedures. And last is record damage assessment procedures, recovery activities, and reconstitution procedures. This would be developed by the development team and approved by the project manager and at the same time the agency CIO. Next deliverable we have unit and integration test plans. This is for the beginning. Detailed scripts used in the development and test phases for evaluating the completeness and correctness of the smallest parts of the system and the components created from those parts. The test scripts are more specific than the test master plan, which is high level and more focused on processes. Its goal is to identify detailed scripts for these testing system components. It should be developed by the development team and approved by the agency CIO and project manager. Next, we have for the deliverables, we have conversion plan. It describes the strategies and approaches or migrating data from an existing system to another hardware or software environment. Its objective is to document all planned activities to ensure smooth data conversion from a legacy system to a new environment. This would be developed by the development team and approved by the agency CIO. Next, we have the implementation plan. This describes how the information system will be deployed as an operational system. Its objective is to define all planned activities to ensure successful implementation to production operations. This will be developed by the development team and approved by the project sponsor and the agency CIO. Next deliverable, we have Operations or System Administration Manual. The Operations Manual focuses on the mainframe systems, The system administration manual is oriented for distributed the client-server applications. Both documents provide details on system operations. So each goal is to provide detailed instruction for system operations. This is developed by the development team and approved by agency CIO. Next deliverable, we have the maintenance manual. This is for the beginning of the system. Details effective system maintenance. Appendices might document maintenance procedures, standards, or other essential information in areas such as backup, networking, and connectivity, access and authentication, cabling, and critical services. The goal of this deliverable is to provide maintenance personnel with the information necessary to effectively maintain the system, developed by the project manager and approved by the agency CIO. Next, we have the training plan. This outlines the training needs for end users on the new or enhanced information system. Each goal is to ensure that the schedule accounts for all necessary training needs to successfully implement, operate, and maintain the system. This would be developed by the development team and approved by the project sponsor. Next, we have for the deliverable, we have the user manual. This describes to the end users how to make full use of the information system, including system functions and capabilities, contingencies, and alternate modes of operation, the step-by-step procedures for system access and use. The goal of this user manual is to provide users with detailed information to fully utilize the system. This will be developed by the development team and approved by the agency CIO. Next, we have requirements Threshability matrix for the deliverable. This is a table that links requirements to their origins and tracks them throughout the project life cycle. Goals is to establish a baseline for requirements change control, design, and testing. Developed by the development team and approved by the agency CIO, business owner, and the project manager. All deliverables other than those identified as updates should be developed in this phase. Deliverables identified as updates should be revisited and enhanced as necessary as prescribed in this phase. Deliverables produced during this phase must be reviewed in detail and should follow the approval path as defined in the above table. A signature page or section should accompany each deliverable requiring approval. The Department of Information Technology will periodically request copies of these documents as part of its oversight responsibilities. The rules. The following personnel participate in the work activities of this phase are: we have the project sponsor, the executive sponsor, the agency CIO, the project manager, the development team, the project stakeholders, security officer, and the secretary of the DOIT. So in this table, we can see the possible RECI matrix. So we have the different deliverables. So we have the system design documents, system security consistent document, security plan, disaster recovery plan, unit and integration test plans, conversion plan, implementation plan, operations or system administration manual, maintenance manual, training plan, user manual, requirements, traceability matrix, and with the corresponding approval person and in charge person.